close the curtains. Making some schnitzel here. You want some? We got sparkling water here. Sure you don't want sparkling water?
Moving into a different country, it's always a great and interesting experience. You're gonna have to find many traditions, habits, things that you're not familiar with, and some of them might even look weird to you. And Germany is not the exception. I've been to Germany for a few years already, and I totally can say that there's still a few things that I find a bit weird, and I'm still trying to figure out what the reason behind them is. I'm still very curious about it. I wish I could understand it. Some of these things might be similar in other countries as well, but at least for me, that I'm from Colombia, it's very different. You can imagine. So here I'm gonna mention 8 curious things I have found while in Germany. Do you have an idea what the first one is? Privacy. I still cannot figure out why German people are so obsessed about privacy. Well, of course not all the German people, but some of them, at least many that I have met. I have realized, and I have met many Germans that are not just careful about privacy, but kinda are afraid of being observed. So who knows? Anyone can make use of your data if you don't take care of it and make a very bad use of it. That could happen, of course. But still, I think it's a bit too much. Don't show your face on Facebook or don't do anything on the social media. So it's of course, you have to be careful about the information you post, especially if you're not sharing just with friends but you have an open profile. I used to post many pictures so long time ago and share other kind of information that actually nobody cares about. But I'm not too extreme about it. I have my profile and I'm not afraid of sharing my picture in my profile. And it's not just about social media. I think in their daily lives, in their homes, Germans usually do not like to be seen. It's like they feel they're being observed. So it's for example, you got big windows in your home. Nobody can see you because your balcony is far away from the other places, from the other houses. So you cannot really be observed. But still, they're
no, people can see us. Let's close the curtains.
Are you sure? But we're far away from the other people, from the other houses. They cannot see us.
Of course they can. You never know what kind of neighbors we have. Oh my god, watch out what they're doing now. God, we gotta call the police. That's disturbing.
I'm kidding. Of course not all the Germans are like that, but some of them are really funny. I just don't get why they're so obsessed that they're famous or they got a fortune in their home. But well, I think it's more like a cultural thing and I totally respect it. The second curious thing I found is the Ruhebereich. Ruhe in Germany. Ruhebereich means the quiet area. For Germans, it's very, very important not to be loud. That's also a different way to respect privacy. So if you come from Mediterranean countries, from Latin America, or even the United States, or more loud countries, you're gonna be surprised because everything feels so quiet everywhere you go. Unbelievable. So quiet. For me, it was a big change because I was used to hear a lot of people laughing and clapping and making jokes, just talking, shouting loud everywhere. In the bus, train station, on the streets, shopping malls, everywhere. And even sometimes too much. If you go to Colombia or you've been to a Latin American country, you notice that there's music everywhere. It's like you're walking and you start dancing because there's music everywhere. And nobody cares. It doesn't really disturb anybody. In Germany, it's totally the opposite. The first time I got here, I was not really used to it and I felt like I had to speak like this the whole time because I was not used to it. And I think that's very important to Germans and you have to adapt with it. For them, it's mandatory. It's their privacy, it's their area and their rules. So if you're in Germany, you really have to take that into account. You have to be respectful, try not to be too loud. In the beginning, it was funny because I would try to speak like normal or maybe act like normal. Oh, how cool is that? And I would feel so observed Am I gonna be able to actually say something? Or you're gonna keep staring at me that way? So that's how it feels. You cannot make loud noises because everybody's gonna look at you and kind of like,
be quiet. We're in the train right now.
and well, if I think about it, I think it's quite understandable. I already got used to it, and everywhere I go, on the streets and the buses, trains, everywhere, I am very quiet. If I get a call, I'm like, okay, I cannot talk right now because I'm at the bus, but I'll call you back when I get home, okay? I learned about it, and actually got to the point where I'm acting like the Germans as well. There's someone talking loud, I'm like, bitte, ich möchte meine Ruhe haben. Sei ruhig und halte klar. Okay? Now I really appreciate the quietness here in Germany because I used to do different things. For instance, when I'm on the train and it's a long way, I like reading and I like a quiet environment to concentrate. The next one is very interesting and also very funny to me because I'm still trying to figure out the way it works. And it's about the flirting. Do guys actually flirt here? Are they romantic? Do they ask the girls out? I have no idea. Well, I got my husband now, so I cannot really tell that much about it now. But I have noticed it in general. Also from different friends, they have told me the same experiences and I cannot more than agree with them. I have realized about it because just trying to make friends, it's very hard. I'm a very friendly person and I don't like just being friends with girls but also guys. I think like a good mix is very nice. So I don't know if it's just the people I met, maybe I'm not that lucky, but it feels like guys actually run away from you. Or like they do not have any kind of interest in talking to you. I'm not talking about a relationship, I'm not talking about dating, just like having a nice conversation. I don't know why, it's kind of weird. I got this feeling that some of them are kind of afraid and they do not want to share emotions or express anything. And if they're flirting with you, you're never gonna notice it. You will have no idea about it. Oh, is he flirting with me? Was that even flirting? Either way, they're very shy or they just do not really have any interest in girls and that's it. It's like, hi Ben, I see you again. How's it going?
I'm fine, thanks.
Ah, good to know. Are you actually going to this party Saturday? I think it's a very big event with my guy, so I want to know where this is going. Are you coming?
Maybe.
Okay, cool. Just let me know if you want to join, okay?
You.
Okay, I have to go now. It was nice seeing you. Bye. I have noticed that some of them look at you like not directly in the eyes, but like this. And it feels kind of weird. Like they don't want to look at you, but they have to, So yeah, it's happened to me a few times. So how do Germans flirt? I do not really know. Yes, I'm with a German guy, but we met in a different country, different conditions. And I have to say, it was also kind of hard trying to figure out whether he was flirting with me or not. But well, let's don't get off the topic. The next one is very interesting and actually I haven't heard it that much from other foreign people living here, but I find it very curious. I haven't seen it in other countries like this, and that curious thing is cooking shows. Cooking shows? Actually, yeah, that's something that surprised me a lot. First time I was here in Germany and I would watch some TV. Since I'm with a German guy, I watch a lot of German TV. That's almost like 90% of the time. And I got to learn about all these kind of TV shows that I usually watch about the Krimis, Tatort, Goodbye Deutschland, or different kind of shows which are very funny. There's many reality shows, many about the promise, at least one new promise show every month. But well, the reality shows with promise is not just in Germany. But something specifically here in Germany I haven't noticed in different countries was the cooking shows. Every 5 minutes you switch the channel, you're looking for something else to watch and there's a cooking show. I'm like, okay, I want to watch something else. Switch channels, few more, oh, another cooking show. Then keep switching.
Sauerkraut und Rouladen.
Then keep switching, grilling time. God, Germans love cooking. Everything that has to do with food, with potatoes, with grilling, with sausages. They're passionate about it. And also very interesting for me is like they're guys. Guys like cooking in Germany. Well, I don't know if everywhere in the families actually guys do the cooking, but at least in these cooking shows, guys love cooking and they do it with so much passion. Watching in these shows how guys are passionate about cooking, what kind of spices they use, what kind of tips they give. It's very interesting. I'm not that passionate about cooking, so for me it's not like my thing, and I find it very nice that big guys with muscles show the girls how to cook, or well, other guys how to cook. I love that, and I really hope there is the same at home. I hope at least. And actually, if I think about it, that's one of the ways German guys flirt, with cooking.
Hey baby, making some schnitzel here. You want some?
Number 5 is about the way German people, not all of them, some of them of course, look at you. People not greeting but observing you. I can tell that comes most for old people. I don't know why. Yeah, I understand there's a lot of immigration in the country. There's a lot of foreign people who come to work, look for a new way of life. There's a lot of refugees, people who really come here because they need to. People as well taking advantage of the system and not really being respectful about the culture in Germany. That happens as well. That might be a reason why old people mostly seem to be like they don't trust you, or they do not want anything to do with you, or I don't know, you have no idea because there's no way to know what's on their mind. They're respectful, of course. They're not gonna be mean to you or say something racist or say something that is not appropriate. They're very careful and very polite, of course, but something is hard for me, and I was used to in different countries I've been to before. People would greet you and say hi. They were friendly. Not all of the people, of course, but at least the neighbors you see in the same building, in the same street, people you would see often, right? Even if you do not know someone, say hi, good morning. But I got this feeling that German neighbors, and that happens mostly with old German neighbors, they kind of like don't trust you. They don't say hi, they don't greet, but they observe you. They watch you. You're walking, then you want to say hi, but you see they're not really looking at you. They're not gonna greet. But I always notice that they observe you. Very careful, but they do it. And then you look back. This kind of way of observing people, just kind of looking, I was not used to it before. Many times I just decided to say hi and greet because that's the way I feel better. So guten Morgen, guten Tag. And they reply to you, guten Morgen. So I think it's more like a cultural thing. It happens a lot, especially in the beginning. So I think for most of these people, it takes a lot of time to get to see one person and trusting this person. Or maybe not just trust, but at least to say, okay, now it's kind of familiar to me, now I can say hi. Well, this one was very, very shocking to me the first time. And it's about how couples sleep with 2 mattresses in the same bed. Why? Why is that? I haven't seen it before, just here, I think in Austria as well. And it was very shocking to me because it's so uncomfortable. If you're sleeping alone, it's very annoying because you have to sleep either on one side or the other one, but not in the middle. It's like when I had my bed, I used to sleep right in the middle and enjoy the whole bed to myself. Especially if you're with your partner, if you got your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and you want to share a nice space together, it's so hard to do it in 2 different mattresses. You want to cuddle and be with the other person. Sometimes you want to hug the other person or just move to your side. I need these 5 minutes of cuddling before going to my side and sleeping. Because either way, I would have my own bed in a different room, right? In the same way, you're also gonna find 2 blankets. So well, if there's 2 blankets, it's actually not that bad because sometimes we fight for it. I ended up just using the whole blanket for me, or he takes it completely. Sometimes you just need a lot of space to stretch and relax, and the blanket is not that big for it. So yeah, it makes sense sometimes to have your own blanket, but I mostly like to share it with my partner. I don't know how couples usually sleep here. Maybe they always sleep on their side. I don't know, maybe they do not cuddle at all. The next topic I want to talk about is the water. I love water, especially tap water, still water, without gas. In many other places I've been to, there's always tap water, and you always can get it at the restaurants, wherever you are. You just ask for tap water and get it. Not a big deal. And it's for free, you don't have to pay for tap water. So I drink a lot of tap water and it feels really good. Like, it keeps you hydrated and healthy, especially when I'm doing physical activity, like I'm running or hiking or just doing some workout, whatever, dancing as well. It makes a big difference. If I'm thirsty and I drink sparkling water, I got this feeling like I still need something to drink. I'm still thirsty. It doesn't really help that much. So one of the things that most surprised me in Germany was the constant drinking of sparkling water. Germans drink almost always sparkling water. I don't know why, I don't know what they have against still water. And the water here in Germany is pretty good. Quality is good, it's clean, it's easy to get, you have tap water everywhere, so why not? Yes, it makes a big difference with sparkling water. So for instance, when you're having some food and you want to enjoy the food but also have something to drink from time to time, so yeah, sparkling water is very good. It takes a bit more time to get in the system and you can enjoy it for a longer time. If you go to the restaurant, you have to pay for water, and don't even think that you're gonna get tap water for free. You won't get it. So if you're at the restaurant, you're very thirsty, you just wanna have some water, and you ask for tap water. Einkaufswasser bitte. Stilles Wasser. Leistungswasser.
Leistungswasser? Wo ist der Hund oder die Katze?
Nein, kein Hund, nur für mich.
Oh, nein, das ist nicht möglich. Ich kann nur eine Flasche stilles Wasser anbieten.
They won't understand you. They're gonna be like, where's your dog? I don't see your dog here. It's not for my dog, it's for me.
We got sparkling water here. Sure you don't want sparkling water?
Very sure, still water, thank you. And it's even more annoying when you get the receipt and find out that your bottle of still water is more expensive than your beer. So you're like, what? I'm just gonna ask for beer the next time. Well people, so we got to the last curious thing I'm gonna mention in this video, and that is the spices. Germans love spices. Remember I said that they love cooking as well? They also love the spices. All different kinds of spices for everything and every single thing. And it's not just for some people, it's for many people. You notice it when you go to the supermarket, there's also spices everywhere and you're always gonna see them. There's different kinds of brands, different kinds of purposes, everything you can imagine. For instance, take a look at this. There's so many, and this is just like small sample from the many different spices you can find. So I'm gonna show them to you with more details so you can really understand what I'm talking about. And they got the spices for everything. For instance, this one, Pfeffersymphonie, Pommes frites Salz, Wachgenuss, Kräutersalz, Buletten und Frikadellen, Patatas Bravas, Curry English, Brathähnchengenuss, Tikka Masala, Aglio Olio, Kräuterbuttergenuss, Paprika geräuchert, and well, there's a lot more. This is just like a small sample I got at home. There's even one just for tzatziki and another one for eggs. Huh? For eggs, I usually just use salt and pepper and that's it. It's not like you really need the big magic formula for my eggs. But well, people love it, and if that makes life easier, why not? So after having shared with you all these curious little things I have experienced in Germany, it's time for me to go and make some patatas bravas. So that's it for today. Please let me know what you think about the curious things in Germany. Do you find these curious things weird as well, or some of them are the same for you? So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and see you next time.